right.
Point.
We're
joining this game in progress here.
Middle of the first point.
Jessie Irvine against Kate Fahey. And we're going to be giving you some information on Kate Fahey soon. And Jessie's coming over and talking to us. She is the Casa Amigos player highlight. She's the number 14 seed.
1-0.
And she was a finalist in Kansas City. I believe she played against Brooke Buckner there, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, I think it was Brooke Buckner, because Brooke is on a 2-tournament win streak, which would have meant Kansas City. She just won Tennessee last week. Kate, a very, very good singles player. Jessie, actually, a deceptively good singles player as well. She's not known for her singles, but she can absolutely crack the ball.
And I think that a lot of players now, because of MLP, are trying to work on their singles game, and it's getting tough, especially for some of the OGs to maintain their position in the Premier League and so forth.
Side out.
A nice deep shot there by Jessie. It's pretty stark contrast in styles between the women's game here and the men's games that we've been watching recently.
1-1.
Yes, yes, they stay back, don't they?
Side out.
Something that you can't see as well from the broadcast, but you can see sitting on court level here is just the contrast in height over the net between Jessie's shots and Kate's shots. It's a great volley there by Kate. Kate has such a heavy forehand, and she's playing with plenty of margin. There's no reason not to give yourself plenty of margin when your opponent is staying back like they're doing in women's singles here.
Side out.
Of course, immediately proving me wrong there. Thank you, Kate.
Well, that was a weird point there. It's like Jessie hit her return, then almost said, oh, hey, come into the net if you like. And then Kate came up on a very easy ball and just floated it long.
Kate seems very content to just grind here, just make a ton of balls, and I do think that favors Kate here. I think she's a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, if Jessie's not going to come in, then just go ahead and, you know, hit with the baseline.
Side out.
So Zane, what percentage of those balls would you have hit an approach shot on and come to the net?
Me personally, I mean, it's I would say I play a style more similar to females than I do to males. I don't mind staying back every now and then if my opponent started it. These guys are, I mean, what percentage is a tough question. I'd have to look at each of the individual shots. I'm sure there were some that I would have come in behind.
2-2.
Got you. I was looking for the answer 100% because I think I would have just driven the ball in the backhand corner and come in on every one of those.
So, I mean, I think I'm an anomaly in that question from the male side, because if there's a player that wants to stay back, and I know that they're staying back, I feel like I can outgrind almost anybody in men's singles. I think that benefits my game personally.
Yeah, sure.
A player similar to me in level, I would say, would have been coming in behind 90% of those.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was trying to get to. That this is just a completely different game, right? This is really more like a tennis match here.
Yeah, so these guys are really just picking their time to come in. You have to set up your approach shot 2-3 shots in advance, whereas the guys are just
4-2.
crashing the net.
There we go.
Side out.
I was wondering if she was ever going to come in. Yeah.
She almost didn't have a choice but to come in.
Right,
That
exactly.
return was,
exactly.
or that slice was so short and low. I don't think she could have gone back if she wanted to.
Yeah, good point, good point. She would have had to get on her heels. Start backpedaling.
2-4. Side out.
All right, so we've got the Duper head-to-head here. 75% chance for Kate Fahey to win at a 5.9. Jessie,
4-2.
about a 5.5 singles player. I would put this a little bit further towards Kate. I think Kate's probably
2-4.
85% chance win here.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually that Jessie has even a 5.5 singles.
I think Jessie was a
Point.
pretty solid player back in the day. She used to play a little bit more singles than she does now. Doesn't care for it as much, but I mean, look, she can hit the snot out of the ball, and as we're seeing right now, she's very, very consistent. She's not going. You have to beat Jessie, right? So making balls in women's singles goes a lot longer than it does a lot farther than it does in men's singles.
3-4.
I don't remember her playing at all, and I know that I talked to her about it because I thought she would be a good singles player, and she has like some knee problems or something like that, which kept her from doing it.
4-3.
I know that she was a really good like pop singles player, pop tennis or something, which is like. It sounds crazy, but it was like played on the sand or something. I mean, something weird. I don't know what I'm thinking of, but I know that she was like a top player in something like that. It wasn't paddle tennis, but it was something like pop tennis or something along those lines.
That's a nice forehand there from Jessie.
Side out.
So it's the game played in Venice Beach. I don't think it's pop tennis.
Well, that might be paddle tennis, but I'm not even sure that that's it because I know those courts there and I watch people play, but I think she was actually playing something different than that.
4-5.
Well,
Side out.
I seem to remember Jessie playing singles about once a quarter.
It's possible. It's possible.
5-4.
Do you know what she was saying to us earlier? Remember after the first point she came over and said something?
Point.
She said she's looking forward to getting her steps in.
Gotcha.
6-4.
Which is not normally a problem for Jessie. Plays about 10 hours of pickleball per day. And she did get her steps in that point.
She did, yeah.
Point.
See, that's one of the ones where I just would have let that go. Like, okay, I'm not going to get that just so I can throw up a casual lob. And oh, we got Hayden Patriquin and Gabe Tardio courtside here, trying to pick up some tips from the women's. Oh, and Hayden's blowing Zane or me a kiss. I'm not sure. I think it's me.
We got Jimmy Miller over here too. Wow, this is a packed
7-4.
house. I don't think Jimmy Miller's allowed anywhere near a mic at these events, but
yeah, no, he tried that once and it didn't work out.
Side out.
Okay,
we got Gabe and Hayden cheering on their St. Louis Shock teammate,
4-7.
Kate Fahey.
So the reason that I'm here is I was supposed to be on
We
the
were all wondering.
King of the
7-4.
Court podcast, and I'm not sure it's going to work out. We'll have to see. See, why go for that? Why? There's no.
Point.
It's just like
For the
well,
love of the game, for the
love of
highlights,
game.
Glenn.
Okay, all
For the
right. Well, that's
highlights.
true. That's true. That's true. I would have thrown in a dive there.
8-4.
Jimmy is actually, Jimmy Miller's much better looking in person. He's got very nice eyes for a man. Nice point.
Nice point there.
Even though Kate's got like a sour look on her face for some reason. She's like,
He said Thomas has to be on.
9-4.
Ooh, I think Kate thought that was going to go wide there. I think Kate's just trying to find some rhythm here, to be honest. I think she's trying to make a lot of balls, find her rhythm in these somewhat strange
4-9.
conditions. I'm a little surprised that she's playing very, very safe from the baseline. Plenty of margin on all these shots, and she'll win that way. It does seem that when she does go a little bit more aggressive, she seems to be missing some of those random shots, right?
That's true. That's
she's
true.
either going very passive, a shot that she can make 100% of the time, or a little bit probably too aggressive. Good get there from Jessie, but a better passing shot.
Well, it's funny because she hit that ball on the bounce, but it looked like she was trying to stay out of the kitchen still, right? She was like, oh, I don't want to go to the kitchen.
9-4.
But I think you can go in the kitchen if the ball bounces.
Game
we'll
point.
We'll have to get Don Stanley over here to get that one.
Some
figured
people
out.
on the
10-4.
Pickleball forum are confused about that.
Catch the line. Good
Side
time
out.
to approach there.
There we go. She's starting to come in a little bit more,
Yeah, that's what
which
I'm
means
talking
twice, you know.
In the women's game, you have to hit multiple shots in order to come in. She set it up with a good first shot, got
4-10.
that shorter ball as a result of it, and then comes in. Whereas guys might normally hit a good deep shot and be in right behind it. Ladies generally are going to wait one more shot.
5-10.
Just off there.
Was it? I can never call those, right? I was like,
we're at a tough angle for that one.
I always call those out.
6-10.
And then I look at my opponent and I go,
Jessie going after the serve. I think that
I
pays
can't
off
overrule
in
that call.
the long
challenge. Jessie, can you hear me?
Game point.
run. Coach Glenn.
10-6.
Well, she's in it now, man. Kate's over there shaking her boots now.
Point game. Timeout. Change
Not anymore.
ends. 2 minutes.
Well, I'm going to try and give Jessie some advice. She's an old friend of mine.
Tournaments are a fun and exciting way to grow your game. Connect with other players and stay active in the welcoming pickleball community. Whether you're a seasoned player or looking to try your first tournament, we have a place for you.
Takes that advice. I don't think she will.
New ball. Game 2. Time
Coach
in.
Glenn.
0-0.
Nice shot there from Kate, who's, once again, really only coming in when you have something that is very strong. The passing shots and the ground strokes are also grooved on the women's side. I think their passing shots are very, very good, and if you don't come in, or if you don't have a great approach, you're gonna get burned.
And that's long.
Point.
So if you missed it earlier, Zane said he's going to be coming back to playing singles
2-0.
at the pro level. And I have a question for him after this next point.
Point.
And that was out. So Zane, the question is, have you been working on any new illegal serves?
3-0.
Hold on, I've never served illegally. Actually, that's a lie. I served illegally against Christian Alshon. I tossed him a couple chainsaws this year, which...
That's what I was wondering.
0-3.
I saw those. I said, we've got video evidence of some illegal serving.
Look at that stab.
Wow, and she
Point.
comes
Nice
into
play.
net, and what happens, Zane?
Look at that. Glenn, you are a front runner for an MLP coaching job right here.
Hey,
1-3.
if Jimmy Miller is a coach, you know.
Adam Stone stopping
Side
by.
out.
A real professional. He's gonna come give me some advice on, because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Just fake it till you make it.
Adam Stone with that distinctive walk,
3-1.
walking away.
Point.
Ooh, challenge, challenge. She's
Not
challenging.
really.
Challenge.
I don't know if they know if they have challenges or not.
I don't think she does know. Pickleball, and apparently they found
4-1.
it. Or they may have found one that was there earlier. And, it's like Easter eggs, you know, you find one in July and you're like, what year is that from?
I tell you what,
Side out.
after play is done today, I'm gonna go scouring underneath these bleachers. I can probably get
1-4.
$100 worth of Vulcan balls.
Yeah, for sure. Or you can go to Dirk Pardo's house and get hundreds of Durafast
Side out.
40s in the Ivy.
Or Pickleball Central. Keaton from the truck reminding us that you can get Vulcan balls at Pickleball Central. You could probably get them from Vulcan.com too, or something like that.
Probably,
4-1.
probably. Or just inundate Zane Navratil's Instagram.
Point.
Yes, please ask me where, please send me a direct message where you can get Vulcan balls. I will ignore it.
5-1. Side out.
It does seem, obviously Kate's winning this match here. It seems like she is
1-5.
struggling a little bit with rhythm. Whenever she does try to go a little bit more aggressive, she's missing some
Point.
of those shots, which is a little bit strange for somebody who hits as clean
2-5.
of a shot as Kate does off both wings.
Ooh, that was a nice one.
That's good hustle there.
Point.
Glenn would have left that one. Great approach by Jessie, and actually a very good
3-5.
first pass too from Kate.
Point.
And that's a tough hitting a seam here. Not much you can do.
4-5. Point.
Zane,
Jessie.
I was just thinking, you were involved in that controversial national singles final, right?
Yeah.
5-5.
I don't avoid controversy, I guess.
And you
Point.
ended up getting a silver medal,
Timeout.
correct?
Receiver. 6-5.
I did.
1 minute.
Yep. I was a silver medal. Althoff was with me throughout that whole thing.
But I'm saying, right, he didn't get to play the doubles either, right? And I think he came
Side
maybe
out.
just for that one event, so.
I think he had some other events. I think he had some age events. Obviously, neither of us were excited about that. You know, I had
5-6.
communicated with him prior as well.
Point.
And the ball stays on the court this time, which is very nice.
6-6.
6-6. Jessie playing well here.
Wow.
Point.
Tricky little poke volley and a
Yeah.
lob barely missed there.
I was going to say that was a nice sort of
7-6.
unusual little slice volley into a really nice spot.
Point.
Wow.
Jessie with a missed return here, which is frustrating when you're not, when your opponent isn't a threat to come into the
8-6.
net.
Yeah, and also she's come back into this game while you were telling your long-winded story.
You asked.
Simple yes or no would have sufficed. Oh, and Jessie comes into the net
Side
again. I
out.
think she's 2-0 now, 100% when she comes in.
Coach Glenn.
100%, 100. Hey, who coaches at 100% level?
6-8.
I think you deserve all the credit here, Glenn.
For those 2 points.
Oh, tough bounce there.
Point.
And just like that, Jessie is in this.
She's in this game.
7-8.
Kate's a little frustrated here. So Kate being the clear favorite here is doing something that I would call playing not to lose. She's playing very, very conservatively. She's not really seemingly going after her shots, and Jessie being the
8-7.
underdog, she's able to swing away. Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of the shots in that last point were
Side out.
shallow shots that I think most players, and again, not that
7-8.
women necessarily, would have come to net on.
So the interesting
Side
thing
out.
here is that when Kate does seem to go after some of these shots, she's really sailing most of them. She's not getting the same sort of top spin on them, which I don't know if it means she's catching the ball a little bit late right now when she does go a little bit more aggressive, but it seems to be a trend
8-7.
that when she's playing more aggressive, she's missing these shots long and missing the top spin that she's used to.
There's
Point.
another bad bounce there, I think. Yeah, and Kate's got a shot in this tournament. I believe that Anna Lee and Catherine, both of them are not playing this tournament. Am I correct?
A more professional commentator would know the answer to that.
Gotcha, and we've just had confirmation
9-7.
from that. I sent you copious notes prior to this.
Which I ignored.
Yeah, so
Tough
this
shot.
tournament's wide open.
Again.
I assume Brooke Buckner's in it, and we
Match
got
point.
Leia's probably a favorite, although she's struggled a little bit lately.
10-7.
Leia is the #1 seed. We have confirmation from Keaton doing the dirty work in the truck for us. Nice little
Side
inside out.
I hate to say it, but Jessie just came into net again.
Unreal.
3-0, 100% success.
Maybe the key for her is just hitting the approach shot
7-10.
onto the baseline.
Ah, yeah, there you go. Oh, shoot.
Side out. Match point.
And I believe
10-7.
Keaton also said that Leia's coming up next. Is that correct? So yeah,
Side
the
out.
current schedule would have Leia playing next, and I'm not sure who her opponent would be, but we will find out.
7-10. Side out. Match point.
Kate coming over here and saying to herself, hit the ball. I think she's identified the
10-7.
same thing. She's what we would call pushing. Match point. And she
Point
does it.
game
She
match.
finishes it off. She's not going to be super excited about that performance, but a win is a win.
Is a
Moving
win.
on. Yep.
Well, if Jessie had only come into net a couple more times, might have had a different
Why don't you go
result.
tell her?